So hello and welcome everyone, and in this tutorial we are going to see how to install DMS Labs Radius Manager 4 installation in Ubuntu Server 13.04. So once it starts, our first objective is to change the IP address. So we'll make it 192.168.0.5. We'll save it and restart the networking service. Done, and then we'll connect it through PuTTY. Click yes. Oops, wrong password. There we are connected to the system, and now we can just make it run in the background. So let's be the root user now. Sudo su. Okay, so here we are. So basically let's start the installation, but before proceeding to any further changes we need to note down our MAC address, and this MAC address will be essential for the generation of the license, the trial license of the DMS of Labs Radius Manager, or the permanent license if you want to buy it. So how to get the MAC address? Just press if config, and here you can get the hardware address, that is here. So just you can copy it, Ctrl C, and and just paste it in a notepad for future references. And now let's proceed with the repository updates. So apt-get update. So here we have finished updating our system, and now we'll proceed with the installation of the LAMP package, that is Apache and PHP MySQL and some other dependencies which will be required for the Radius Manager installation. Let's begin the installation of the LAMP package and other dependencies which will be essential for the Radius Manager installation. And if you need the script or the name of the packages, you can visit my blog post. Now let's press enter. So as you can see here, we need to download 76.3 MB of operation archive. So it will take some time. Let's press yes and wait for the installation to finish. So here we will give the password for our MySQL root user, and let's click here, give the password, retype it, press OK, and the further installations will be followed. So after this installation is completed, then we'll install the libtool package from the DMS Soft Lab website, and this tool will be essential if FreeRADIUS will not compile with the present libtool package. So it's better to install it rather than installing it later. So installation is completed, and now we'll get the libtool package from the DMS Soft Lab website. So since I'm using a 32-bit edition of Ubuntu Server, so I'll be using the 32-bit libtool package. So if you are installing it on the 64-bit system, be sure to download the 64-bit version of the libtool package. So we'll download the files. So the next step is to download the IonCube loaders, which will be essential for the installation of Radius Manager. Again, the same thing, the 32-bit versions of the IonCube files are being downloaded now. So if you are on 64-bit edition system, please make sure to download the 64 edition IonCube loaders. So here we are, let's download the IonCube loaders. After downloading IonCube loaders, we will download the FreeRADIUS. Downloading FreeRADIUS server. So now we'll continue installing the libtool packages we downloaded. So here it is, and the second one will install. So after that, we'll extract the IonCube loaders we have downloaded previously. Then we'll create, or we'll make a new directory in user local IonCube, and then we'll move all the IonCube files from the extracted folder to the new location. Now our next step is to install the IonCube loaders properly in the php.ini files. So how to check your php.ini version is by typing php space -v. So as you can see, my PHP version is 5.4.9. So just check for IonCube version 5.4. So here it is 5.4, and we'll link our IonCube to this file only. So we need to make changes to two php.ini files which are located at two different locations. The first location is this one. So it's very simple. Just in the first line after PHP opening, we'll add a line and then press Ctrl O and save the thing and exit. Similarly, the second location is in the Apache folder, Apache 2 folder. Here it is. Oh, sorry. Press nano, and now we just add the line which we added previously, the path to our IonCube installation in library. Now we'll restart the Apache service. And we'll check the PHP version again. Now as you can see, the IonCube version is loaded 4.2.2. Let's clear the screen and then extract FreeRADIUS. After extracting the FreeRADIUS, we'll move into the FreeRADIUS directory, and here we'll press /configure. It will take time, and during the configuration, so now we'll run the make command. So we'll get some errors here, but don't worry, we'll get back to it later. So now next we'll issue the make install command. Now in this make file, we just add here before -o lib FreeRADIUS okay. So save this file and exit. Now again issue the make command, then again issue the make install command. So now let's check the working of the radius by issuing radius d space minus x. Oops, there we can get an error while loading the shared libraries. Don't worry, to troubleshoot it, just issue the following commands and it will change the version number of the file accordingly. So at first we'll issue this command, then for the other libraries and lastly this one, then again we'll issue radius d minus x. So here we get another error, that is error binding to port 0.0.0.0. so the main reason is some application is already using the port number. So to rectify this error, we need to end that application and whichever application is using that port. So to find which application is using that specific port, we'll issue this command and done. Oops. And then 8812. Now radius d minus x. Now it's okay. Our Radius server is up and running. So we have completed almost 50% of the installation process, and we are only left with the database installation and the Radius Manager core installation. So for database installation and maintenance, I prefer using phpMyAdmin as it offers a very easy user interface and it's very easy to use. Simply apt-get install phpMyAdmin, around 7 MB. Let's install phpMyAdmin. So here we'll select Apache and then press OK, press yes, give a password. So phpMyAdmin is set successfully. So our IP address was 0.5/phpMyAdmin. Here you type root and then the password, press OK. So we'll create two databases and two users and assign the users with the database. Or one thing you can do is just go to SQL and just see the queries which were written in the manual, just to create the two databases, their default users and their default password, grant access. That's it. So our tables are set up, the radius table and the contract table. Along with it we can see our user table. Users, in users we are using contract and radius with their default password. And we need to download the Radius Manager and downloading Radius Manager 4. So after this we are going to extract the downloaded file, and yeah, it got a strange name since I copied it from my cloud storage. So extracted it successfully. So now we have to set some specific file permissions, and for that we are going to do some chown operations. Let's see, and then here it is, Radius Manager 4. Let's go inside it. So we set the permission and then just run the install.sh. Let's begin with the installation. Press 2 since it's a Debian system. then it's a new installation, press 1, keep to its default, press enter, Radius database, enter, password is same, type Y and then press enter. Installation is completed. Now let's check if the database is populated correctly or not. So here we'll go to our Radius database and see we have all the correct tables in it, and then let's check in the contract. Yeah, we have the table, and now is the time to generate the customer portal and get our license keys, that is the lic.txt file and mod.txt file. So just do a Google search. So here we are at the login page and the portal page. So just click on Radius Manager and here select trial, and in the MAC address, as you can see we have already copied the MAC address here. Just copy it, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, it is in the format, so it's correct. Accept the terms, then submit. So after you submit the thing, just go back to home, click on Radius Manager, and then you can see our this one is 15 and it's not yet generated. Just wait for a few moments and it will get generated soon. Folder in www/var/www/work, then chmod 777 or /work. Now we'll go to the FTP. So here it is, work. So as you can see, we have downloaded our license files lic.txt and mod.txt. Now we'll proceed with the FTP transfer of the two license files. Log into your FTP server using your IP address and your root password. And in port section, don't give port 21 because FTP service is not installed. Just use port 22 as it is SFTP. And we have created work. So let's just copy the two files in work. It's copied. Now move on to the shell. Type mv/var/www/ space slash work /star/var done. Now let's try to log into Radius Manager. It's 192.168.0.5/Radius Manager/admin.php. So see, we are getting a blank page, and let's try doing it from Google Chrome. Just copy the URL. Same thing, we are getting a server error message here. So the problem is nothing but the PHP memory, which is by default 8 MB, and we need to increase it to 16 MB, and the problem will be solved. Just so let's edit the php.ini file. Ctrl W and search for memory. Press Ctrl W. So here make it 16, press Ctrl O, enter, restart Apache. Done. Now let's refresh the page, and here we are. Use the default username, that is admin, and password is 1111. Log into it. Now see, as we can see, it's a trial license and will expire after 1 month, and the Radius server is not running. So let's try to run the Radius server. Click on start Radius server. See, it says it's starting Radius server, but the server is not running. So what is our problem? The problem is nothing but the port which is used by the Radius manager is already being used by some other applications. So again we have to see which application is using that specific port, and we have to kill that application with its unique process ID. The port, now kill 897. Done. Then again we try to start Radius manager. Now the status is okay, so it has been started successfully.